Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today, or no, over the past couple of weeks, it has been extremely cold in England. Like, I've been waking up each morning with freezing hands and freezing nuts. I don't really know. It's been actually pretty warm when I've been like cuddling up to the cat and stuff. Ignore the fact that I've been using the cat as a hot water bottle. Imagine that I've been freezing cold in the mornings and I've been trying to get out of bed and then my legs just decide that they don't want to work. Why is this? Why do my legs decide to stop working in colder weather? Well, it's actually because of an issue that I have with spasms, and I've done a couple of videos on this before. I've done quite a few talking about them in general, what kind of things can affect them, and I touched a little bit upon the cold and how that does make them worse. But I need a video for today. I thought, hey, why not talk about how spasms are an arseache? So that's what I'm gonna do. Just to get to the basics, spasms are basically just involuntary movements of the muscle. For anyone that doesn't know, obviously those that you do know, you're so smart. Basically, a spasm is just your legs or whatever is affected will move without you actually wanting it to move. This can be some of the things that I suffer with, where my legs will just kick out in front of me and then go back to normal and loose and everything. Or maybe they'll tense up and you won't be able to move them out at all, or like wherever you want them. Sometimes they can start shaking uncontrollably, and then sometimes, which is the most annoying one, which is where they'll kick out in front of me and then they won't move again. They'll just literally just be stuck up in front of me, not moving at all, and it is the most annoying shit ever. Which is why I'm talking about them, because why is it annoying? With spasms, right, there is obviously cold affecting them, which I don't know why it really happens. I think it might have something to do with like the blood flow possibly, or maybe even just the sensations, the signals for being cold, because although the signals do get mixed up, maybe that's what causes them. But just some things to keep in mind is to try and keep yourself warm if possible. Obviously, this can be done with quite a few ways. Wearing extra clothing, wearing like double socks, or jogging bottoms and then pajamas underneath, or something like that. I don't really do this. I'm giving out advice that I don't really follow, but these are things to keep in mind. I did one thing when I was at school where I was allowed to take in a hot water bottle in the morning, which was absolutely amazing because all my friends were freezing cold and I was just sat there with a hot water bottle. But yeah, basically, there's a number of things that you can do just to keep them warmer and looser. I don't exactly know why they're affected more. The thing is that it doesn't happen with everyone. It's just like something that is common within spinal cord injury. I probably should have made sure the camera was all good before recording the video and now having to have issues with it. But yeah, basically, whenever your legs are cold or they just decide to, it happens, and there's not that much to do about it that you wouldn't normally do. So in the first videos that I made, I mentioned that keeping them warm helps. I also mentioned that giving them massages, and that kind of backs up my theory on it being an issue with blood flow. And now I'm giving myself a bunch of theories about this that I'm going to now go home and research, because almost everything that happens with spasms, or the things that can cause spasms, kind of relate to blood flow. Like, for example, your legs being in a certain position. There are certain positions everywhere with your body, putting your hand up sometimes causes blood flow to not be going to the fingers as much. Just a theory, like, what if kneeling lessens the blood flow, causes them to go into spasm more? Being cold tightens the blood vessels, they get into spasm. This is just a theory. I've just come up with it. I'm going to go to the fucking doctors and tell them this. I am a new doctor. That's just my theory that I came up with in like 5 minutes. But the fact is that the cold does affect my legs. Now, I know some people that have their legs go into spasm more when they're hot. Again, possibly just blood flow. I don't really know at that point. But obviously, for a majority of people that I know, and like able-bodied people, people do have more issues when they're colder. People's joints will seize up and things like that. So just keep in mind that that is an issue. And then as for like what family and friends can do, as I said, help with massages, stretching them out. I usually find giving them a stretch before going to sleep helps, especially getting up in the morning, because the past couple of days, right, I've woken up, and although it's been warm in the house, my feet still have been a little bit cold because they've either been tucked out of bed or something, but like if they are ever like I'm waking up and they're just in spasm, it can be quite a pain to get up to fix them, to then go and do whatever you need to do, for example, go get dressed or go and catheterize. So the way that I do it is, because I'm on the top bunk of the bunk bed with me and Neo, I shuffle to the end of the bed, and then my legs will just like hang over the edge, and I usually find that helps loosen them, just so I can get out of bed, get whatever I need, and then go into the toilet where I'll catheterize. And by the time that I get up, like up off the toilet, they're usually good and I can start the day. Now, obviously, everyone's homes are different layouts. Some people may have worse spasms. I've had it once where I couldn't even do that because my legs would just like bash into the bed. So with that, I just needed to leave them doing what they were doing for a minute, and then I could get out and do stuff. But it is an issue that I know affects a lot of you guys, and it's an issue that affects me, so I thought, why not talk about it, especially since it's winter and it's cold. This was really not a very Christmassy video, was it? It's more of a winter video rather than a Christmas video, but hey, it'll do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful, obviously. I don't really know how I gave many tips, other than just like to stretch your legs and take hot water bottles and wear extra layers. Are the main ones that I do, or did at some point. So yeah, they're just things to keep in mind. Obviously, there's a bunch of other things that can affect spasms, so just think about what you think works for you. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, there is a like button and a subscribe button if it's not already red. No, if it's not already grey, feel free to press it. You don't have to. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!